All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I pray y'all are having a wonderful, blessed day as we thank the Most High for so much. My title says, God works every time. Oh, man, this is a video response back to you, Brother Rodney, a.k.a. Brother ppdrawings on her, man. I tell you, brother, I just got through looking at your video, God works every time, and I had to respond back to you with this video. Because I was looking at what you were saying about, I think the person's name was Marqueen, that was having trouble with their shoulder. And when I saw that video, I already knew where you was going. And I saw that comment when they said that I watched your video about healing, and my shoulder was hurting for over a year. And in that video, you told us to speak to our body. And you said that that brother spoke to his body, and the shoulder obeyed and stopped hurting. And shout out to you too, Marqueen. Man, Brother ppdrawings, that video was so powerful. Because a lot of us don't understand. We walking around here speaking negative in our lives. We not even speaking and using the power, as you stated in your video, that the Most High has given us. You said that we walking around here dealing with stuff that we don't even have to be dealing with because the lack of knowledge. In that other video you did, lack of knowledge. And I thought about that, man. I had to just pause for a moment, just like I'm doing now. Lack of knowledge. You said so many of us are perishing, just like the Bible say. The Most High say, my people will perish for the lack of knowledge. You say it's people walking around with sickness that they don't even have to be sick in, and they can speak healing on their body, but they don't know. Man, I'm going to tell you something, bro. You're going to make me testify in this video right here. Because that video, once again, was so powerful. And I was just telling my wife before she went to work, I think it was in 2006 or 2007, I had a real bad sinus infection. I lost so much blood. And even when I went to the hospital, they couldn't even stop it really from bleeding. They sent me back home and my nose was bleeding again. And I lost so much blood that year that they had to almost do a blood transfusion on me, but they didn't. I used to have these real bad flare-ups, excuse me. My membrane was so swole up. And I spoke healing on my body. My mama always have this saying, she say, your spirit determines your healing. You determine your own healing. And a lot of people don't understand that. You've been speaking that, brother, for a long time, man. I spoke healing on my body, Brother ppdrawings. Like I say, the hospital couldn't even stop it from bleeding. They sent me back home bleeding. And out of nowhere, after I spoke healing on my body, that never came back or never happened again. Never. I don't take no kind of sinus medicine. I was just telling my mama this the other day, I've never had no more sinus flare-ups, and I used to have it bad, but once I spoke, I ain't talking about my nose just running. I'm talking about some show enough stuff that mess you up. And I've never had that problem ever again, and I'm not taking no medicine. I'm not putting no nasal spray in my nose, none of that stuff. We speak blessings. We use the power. We activate, as you say, God's system. Man, that video was so powerful. I was just sitting there just thinking about so much that I went through that I had to respond back and say, brother, you had me fired up with that video, because at the end of the video, you started talking about me and how I bounced back from that stroke I had in 2016. Brother, I thank the Most High for you, because I was so overjoyed just hearing you, speaking not only about me, but to know that I know a brother that's activating that power, activating that system. You've been speaking about this stuff for a long time, man. I just pray that most people, will be listening, man. Because, hey, man, like you said, I couldn't talk at all. Look at me now. This whole arm gone. To not be able to talk, lost my whole speech. And then, I play the keyboard, but say, bro, look at this hand now. Look at this. Look at these fingers. You remember when I got out the hospital, I couldn't move, none of that. Look at my speech. My mouth was twisted. Look at my speech. Listen to me. Look at the God in me. Look at the power. Oh, teach, Holy Spirit. I just pray, brother, that some more of us will wake up. And when I say more of us, it don't matter what color you are. I mean it out of love. You can be white, Hispanic, Latino, black, whatever you want to call yourself, Chinese. Man, if you activate this system, stop being caught up in what everybody else is saying, what everybody else is doing, and focus on the Most High. And your life will be better. I guarantee you. I ain't talking about what I heard. I'm talking about what I know. I had been walking around dealing with sickness, man, for a long time. But you know what, at first, Brother ppdrawings, I didn't know to speak to myself. You know why? I wasn't taught that. See, you're going to wake a lot of people up with that. See, you know me. You know pretty much everything I done went through. That's why I say in this video, man, I just gotta kind of testify in this video, because this is a spiritual battle. That's why I did the video the other day saying I know the enemy, and I know when the enemy is messing with me. Know your enemy. Know your opponent. Many of y'all don't know, back in 2010, I was attacked by some kind of spider. It left a bad infection on my neck. The back of my neck was this big. And they was trying to push all that yellow, green, blue mess out the back of my neck. I went to the hospital again. I've been to the hospital a lot of times. I don't knock doctors, but doctors don't know it all. It's hard to diagnose somebody when you don't know them. That's why they just doing a lot of practicing. I thank the Most High for doctors, but I don't depend on the doctors. And I listen at a doctor, but then I'm going to listen at the Most High too. And when the Most High overpowers the doctor, best believe I'm going to follow the real doctor. Because don't nobody know this body better than the Most High made this body. That's the creator. I remember ppdrawings, you was telling me about how you had got real sick. And I think one of your co-workers or somebody you knew got sick, and they had to be rushed to the hospital. You say they went to the hospital and they died. And you didn't go to the hospital, and you still here. I'm going to leave that alone. But something attacked me back in 2010, and I had a bad infection. They couldn't figure out what it was. They didn't know how it happened, what it was. They didn't really even know how to treat it. And when they sent me back home, it was still bleeding. They wrapped up my neck. My mama, if she was here, she'll testify for you on that. If she was sitting there on this video with me, my mama pretty much pushed all that stuff out my neck because they couldn't figure out how to stop it. All of a sudden, I spoke to it. It went away. Why? Because God's system works every time. I've been through so much. I'm just going to tell y'all a little bit about me for y'all that don't know. In 1996, I know you know this, ppdrawings. 1995 going into 1996, I was wrongly accused of rape. Aggravated sexual assault. Meaning I had forced a woman to have sex using a weapon, a gun or a knife. I had some kind of weapon, as they say. And they tried to lock me up for a long time behind something I never did. But you see me right here, free, on camera. I'm out, free, I mean. I didn't use no lawyer. Oh, man, I'm about to get excited in this video. I didn't use no lawyer. I didn't waste no money. The police station got moved to Lamar Street. And when they moved the police station, testify, JT, they lost all my paperwork. They had me still online as a pedophile, you can pretty much say, with a picture of a 40-year-old man that wasn't even me. They had my name, but the wrong picture. The head officer came out there and said, man, this is all messed up, brother. You ain't never been in no trouble. I see no more. Even if you did do this, you ain't been in no more trouble, which I didn't do it. And he said, you come back in here on your next birthday, we're going to wipe your slate clean. And they did. I didn't use no lawyer, once again, no money. The police station lost everything. The police station couldn't fix it. You know why? God fixed it. Why? As ppdrawings title say, God works every time. His system works every time. Everything I done came out of in my life, it didn't have nothing to do with man. Because if it was up to man, they was going to throw me back in prison. I ain't gonna say throw me back in prison. They was trying to let me be on my way to prison. I was in jail at the time. But they was trying to try me all over again and then send me to the penitentiary. But look at me. I'm out because God's system works. I told my mama when this happened, the police didn't lose it. I said God took it away. And they'll never find my paperwork. I got out of the system, the jail system, the prison system, because of God's system. Overpowers their system. Hallelujah. They tried to lock me back up in 2005, talking about you ain't been reporting. I was on my way from church and got held up at gunpoint from a racist police officer. Slammed me on the back of the trunk while my little brother was watching, put his gun in my back and said, I'll shoot your black ass. Don't move, MF. That's what he said. He said, you supposed to be locked up. You going to jail tonight, then you going to prison. All of a sudden, the man calmed down. They was trying to lock me up because they thought I was my twin brother also. I got a twin. He said, oh man, I see I made a big mistake. This is a big misunderstanding. Go home and stay out of trouble. Officer never apologized. But I'm glad that happened, because if it wasn't for that night, I wouldn't have been able to go back to the police station knowing that they messed up everything and trying to try me all over again with my case. See, sometimes your worst situation will turn out to be your best situation. Because if I didn't get stopped by that police, I wouldn't have known how they changed the laws and everything. And they were talking about I haven't reported in almost 10, 15 years. God's system works every time. God's system works every time. In 2012, something happened to my heart. Y'all know that. Y'all remember this. To y'all that's been following me for a long time. My heart got all out of whack. Just like that. First they said it was they thought I had some kind of electrical shock. Something may have shocked my body. They didn't know what it was. In 2012, they diagnosed me with heart failure. I said, I ain't claiming that. You know, the doctor's going to always name you with something. In that same year, 6 months later, I went up on the 10th floor of the hospital. They did the little x-rays and their little machines and tests and everything. The doctor said, man, this can't be right. He said, I've never seen this in my life, that somebody had heart failure and then 6 months later, your heart all the way back pumping 50 to 75%. He said, you are, man, you lucky. I said, I don't believe in luck, doc. I'm blessed. I spoke to my heart when it went down, brother ppdrawings. I said, heart, you better get it right. I ain't claiming this sickness. I speak to this heart. Forget that all that negative stuff people want to throw in your face. I say, heart, be healed. Blood pressure, go back to normal. They never found a clogged artery in my heart. They said, this is puzzling us, brother, because you don't have a pacemaker, nor do you need one. You don't have a defibrillator, nor do you need one. I don't understand how you walking around still breathing like that, and you got heart failure. I said, I don't have it. I said, I do have a big heart. My heart got out of shape. It stretched out of shape, and in 6 months, it was right back to normal. They couldn't believe it. I said, because while y'all trying to figure it out, doc, the Most High done already worked it out. I spoke to my heart. Teach, Holy Spirit. I bounce back. Every time I go down, I bounce back up right. And it don't even cost me nothing. You know what it cost me? Just speaking it. Speak to your life. Speak to your health. Speak to your vehicle like ppdrawings was saying. Speak to everything. People might think you're crazy, but the hell with what folks think. 2016, I'm trying to wrap this video up, but I got to testify, brother. 2016, as you said in that video, I had a stroke out of nowhere. Before I had that stroke, I flared up with something else again. They don't know where it came from, what it was, and my stomach was like just way over there, man. They said, well, maybe it's gastritis. Well, we want you to take this, take that, send you back home. Right after that, I had, sitting there in the restroom, on the toilet, I had a stroke. Just that fast, my speech went away. Just that fast, my left hand wouldn't raise up, my fingers wouldn't move. 2016, talking about last year, I lost all my feelings. Couldn't talk. That same week, I was already back talking. In my mind, since I couldn't open up my mouth, in my mind I was saying, mouth, you better get back right. I got the power, and I wasn't praying a long prayer. Somebody catch that later. I don't spend time no more praying on things that the Most High, he said, my grace is sufficient. We forget that. Which means I done gave you everything you need. I've given you all the power. Stop crying to me about things that you know you can do yourself. You can heal yourself. That same week I was back. Why? Because God works every time. 2017, I had another fluid build up. This is so personal to me. And it's hard to do this video without even sharing a tear. Because now I'm thinking about my son and my wife. 2017, all of us was in the hospital. They say, man, where this fluid come from on you, JT, man, I don't know. We don't know where this fluid come from, how it's getting here, and where is it going. It's just a mystery. So I'm on one floor in the hospital while my wife is up on the other floor. Complications. Baby J fighting for his life. Hard pregnancy, y'all. But we all in the hospital in February. They said, JT, your wife is we trying to get the baby out of. Do you want to go up to the floor that she on? You best to believe it. And to watch that, I had to be prayed up. Because that little boy had a rough time coming out of her. They had to flip him around each and every way. That doctor worked and worked. He put his hands in there and he's not moving because he was dead. Lord help me. That boy, when they finally got baby J out, he wasn't breathing. There wasn't no breath in him. You know how somebody look like when they drown and turn all blue? That's how baby J looked when he came out of DD. And that took a lot out of me because I said, man, I never seen nothing like that up close, especially by that being my own son. I looked at my mama, she was on the wall crying. She turned her head. She couldn't look no more. You know what I started doing? Speaking. I said, boy, you better come to life. I was speaking in my mind. He all right. And Dee Dee looking around, my wife looking around because she knows she don't hear him crying. He wore her out. It took all out of her body. Her body was woe down, toe down. And she said, I don't hear him crying. Is he okay? She looking around. I said, I can't let her see him like that. Good thing was the bed was so high she couldn't see him like that. And she heard the silence. Mama know when something wrong. But he wasn't crying. He wasn't saying nothing because he wasn't alive. When I spoke, come to life, baby J, all power. About 25 minutes later, all I heard was, I heard a loud cry. My son opened up his little bitty eyes as he could, as far as he could open. You know, baby's eyes be shut real low. But he was alive. They had all kind of gadgets hooked up to him, doing the CPR and everything. That was hard to look at. But he came to life. Why? I spoke it. Spoke it. Looked like Dee Dee was fighting for her life. I was fighting for my life. And Baby J was fighting for his life. But look at us now. Woo! Power of the Holy Spirit. When I heard that cry from my son, when I saw his little chest breathing on his own, I said, glory to the Most High. Because God works every time. And you know what else, y'all? I got something else to tell y'all. For to blow y'all mind with this one. I got another baby on the way. Who comes from going through all that, turning around and having a stroke, and then get all this joy? Because I had joy while I was going through it. Even though it was rough, I guess a whole lot I could tell y'all about me, but I'm going to stop right there. But look at this joy. Look at all of us. You see him on camera. Look at how healthy he is. Because God works every time, Brother PP Drawings. Man, I'm so excited, man, doing this video. Man, I can run around this house, man. This is my sanctuary right here. Y'all already know that. When I saw him breathing, and then you know my wife couldn't walk. She was in the hospital for 3 months with him. Maybe a little bit over 3 months. They had to keep her. She was under some strict watch. She couldn't walk. And y'all saw when I posted that video, you saw when she was doing that video, walking. I look at her now. Every time I watch her walk, I just say, what a blessing. I say, baby, I remember when you couldn't walk. She'll say, baby, I remember when your hand, she tell me all the time, look at your hand now. She say, Ro, look at your speech, look at your mind. You done bounce back, man. You are awesome. You are really a true believer, and God is working through you. God heal me. He will take your misery and turn it into a ministry, y'all. You got to speak healing on your life. I spoke not only on my life, I spoke on my whole family's life. I spoke over Baby Jay's life. I spoke over my wife. I spoke over Gabby, my daughter. There is nothing too hard for the Most High. See, Satan wanted to shut me up because he know I love to speak the word. I love to teach people the Bible. I love to sing. I love to play the piano. I love to praise and worship the Most High. So he tried to take away my speech. Look like now I'm speaking hard. Look how strong my voice is. Look like I'm speaking harder now than I ever spoke. Louder, more clearer. Some people have a stroke and they don't never really get their speech back right. We better speak on our lives, y'all. Speak. I'm still speaking, I'm still ministering, and I'm still playing the piano. I've been playing the piano with one hand for over a year. And now, it's coming back. It's back. Because every day I exercise and speak to my hand. I know sometimes some things may take a little longer than others, but it never stopped me from moving forward. I don't care if I got to play the piano with my toes, I'm going to play it. See, I say that being sarcastic, but at the same time being real, because I always tell the devil, there ain't nothing, man, you can try all you can, devil, you can't stop me. Even if you want to kill me, you ain't going to do nothing but help me cross on over into glory. See, I wake up with that on my mind all the time, and I keep that. Devil, come on with it. What you got? What you got next? You done try to take away my fingers. You done try to take away my speech. You done try to take away my life. You done try to attack my health like you did Job. What you got next? I'm ready for you. We better speak it and mean it. We got the power, y'all. Y'all already know what one of my favorite scriptures is. And I'm going to close with this. 2 Timothy 1:7. Y'all should know that by heart with me. For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and a sound mind. If the Most High just said he didn't give you the spirit of fear, why are you operating in fear? If you have fear, how you going to have faith? If you got fear, how you going to ever be healed? Faith and fear don't mix. He gave us the power, like you said, PP Jones. Power, he gave us the power. Let me say it again. He gave us the power. Let me rewind. Power. He gave us the power. If somebody give you power, you should activate it. Use it. Why would the Most High give us all this power and we just sit up and keep saying, Lord, do it for me? We want to sing that old song, Lord, do it. Do it for me. Do it for yourself. He gave it to you. Man, They tried to put me on look like 15 medications with 16 side effects. Like I always tell my mama, most of us won't even do what's natural. And like ppdrawings say, we won't even speak to our own self. We rather, well, the doctor said I need to at least take these here, man. Take an aspirin with this one. I spoke my way out of so much, y'all. Doctor told me, son, you're a special case. How you survive all that? How's your heart still pumping like that? In 2012, my heart percentage was down to like 15. They couldn't even figure out how I was walking around. I spoke to my body. I walk every day. I eat right. I do my little exercises. And let me tell you something before I close. Once again, I don't have no pacemaker inside of me. I don't have no defibrillator inside of me. I am not on no oxygen tank at the house. I'm using the Most High's system because why? It works every time. May the Most High bless each and every one of you. And Brother Rodney, Brother ppdrawings, man, keep doing what you're doing, brother. Much love to you, man. You already know that. I always, man, have to look at your videos, and I'm catching back up on some of Pastor Cochran videos, man. But, man, y'all just keep doing it, man. I'm so proud of you, man. Hey, I'm just go ahead and close because I need to just go on and go outside and finish doing what I'm doing and rejoice and continue to just focus. This is a Most High moment for me, so I got to get out of here, y'all. Y'all don't understand that. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed day.